like we had a game plan. And, you know, a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, to me, he's still a kid. And when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, you know, about what's right and what's wrong.
Like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram.
We do know.
Look over there left. It came as one of the most unexpected moments in boxing. Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis have officially ended their long-standing feud. Just ahead of Tank's rematch with Lamont Roach, the controversial draw against Roach appears to have humbled Davis, prompting a surprising reunion with his former mentor. Just as Mayweather previously visited Shocker Stevenson before his February bout, he also made his way to Davis' camp to observe training ahead of the highly anticipated rematch.
I appreciate him. I appreciate him for what he done, because he did, like, you know, he did help me out. He definitely helped me out, but it was more so like...
Tank vents out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him.
The two spent some time in conversation before Mayweather stayed to watch Davis train and spar with other fighters. As he stood ringside, a reporter approached Mayweather to get his take on the first Davis versus Roach bout, especially the moment when Davis took a knee. We know what the rules say, and we know Tank got lucky that night, Floyd admitted. But that's in the past. Tank's a hell of a fighter, and he's going to prove himself in the rematch.
Like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting.
One more detail has made their reunion even more intriguing. Davis continues to mirror Mayweather's path in surprising ways. Once dubbed the next Floyd Mayweather, Davis now shares another strange similarity with him. Both men experienced a controversial moment involving taking a knee in the ring. Like Floyd, Davis has rarely been seriously tested on the scorecards. And while Mayweather was only ever knocked down once in his career, that fall wasn't from a clean punch, much like Tank's moment in the Roach fight.
Wait a second. And it's called the knockdown. And is something wrong with the left hand?
Back in May 2001, Mayweather fought Carlos Hernandez to defend his WBC super featherweight title for the 8th time. Though he was clearly leading the fight, an odd moment occurred in the 6th round. Despite not suffering any damage, Mayweather took a knee on action that triggered an official 8 count. Then, just 25 years old, Mayweather was still building his legacy when he faced Hernandez, an El Salvadorian challenger for the Lionel and WBC crown, and that knee created lasting discussion in boxing circles.
Floyd Mayweather. We're not exactly sure why. Just the pain from his hand? Wow, now Floyd let the left hand go.
Although Mayweather appeared to be in pain after taking the knee, signaling to his corner that something was wrong with his left hand, he pressed on and finished the bout strong. Despite the knockdown ruling, Mayweather dominated the rest of the fight and secured a unanimous decision at the Van Andel Arena in Michigan. He kneels down because something hurts his hand. "Wasn't a punch," recalled Terrence Crawford, one of today's top stars. Many believe that moment foreshadowed Davis' similar experience years later.
Be a one-armed bandit, though, tonight. Hold on to his title. Instead, seemed absolutely perplexed. The big right hands landing now by Mayweather.
The winner by unanimous decision and still.
Ironically, just as Davis once claimed that Mayweather wanted him to lose, he ended up drawing for the first time in his career, something Mayweather never experienced. This twist of fate has led some to believe that Mayweather may now be having the last laugh, with Davis suffering a significant hit to his reputation. The stakes are higher than ever as he works to restore his image in the sport.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like
The last question you guys got right there.
is there like a love-hate for Floyd, like
Yeah.
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like,
Ironically, just as Davis once claimed that Mayweather wanted him to lose, he ended up drawing for the first time in his career, something Mayweather never experienced. This twist of fate has led some to believe that Mayweather may now be having the last laugh, with Davis suffering a significant hit to his reputation. The stakes are higher than ever as he works to restore his image in the sport.
Well, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level.
first of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like
The last question you guys got right
is
there.
there like a love-hate for Floyd, like the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like,
What really went down is that Gervonta Tank Davis, once a rising protégé of Floyd Mayweather, went through a very public fallout with his former mentor. After moving on from that break, Davis seemed to elevate both his skill and star power, dominating the American boxing scene and earning global recognition. In an emotional moment on the Mr. Jill podcast, Davis broke down exactly what led to the deterioration of their once close relationship.
a lose-lose situation now. What came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
It was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, first of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like
The last question you guys got right
is there
there.
like a love-hate for Floyd, like the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like,
Once you're around someone you look up to, like Mayweather, and you see who they really are, it hurts, Davis admitted. He went on to claim that Mayweather put him in difficult no-win situations, like his first title bout against Jose Pedraza. I was 16-0, only 21, hadn't fought in months, and wasn't even making good money, Davis recalled. They told me if you don't take this fight, we'll shelve you. I was evicted and had to sell my car. I'm sure Floyd did that. On purpose. I warned other fighters not to fall into that trap. Now when those same fighters say they want to fight, MIT feels like betrayal.
What want to talk about? We got
No, real quick,
What's up?
Sam, actually, I just wanted to say I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he
Tank-
has his big...
Tank on here.
Yeah, Tank.
Pull him.
Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still
pull him
on
up.
here. I don't know if he's still on
Tell Tank to
here.
get
I don't
back
know.
on.
He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He might have bounced. He was only on for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in. Only because I know for like the longest Tank has had it.
Davis added that while he's grateful for what Mayweather did, it felt like he was only given scraps. $10,000 or $15,000 here and there to help my mom out of the hood, but it's not enough. She'd end up back in the same place, he said. Realize people can trap you in a position where you always need them. They feed you just enough to keep you dependent. At one point, while being under the same management as Mayweather, Davis claimed that his career was taken out of his own hands even as he rose to multi-division world champion status and became one of boxing's biggest stars.
So 6 months is crazy to not fight, you know. So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight, he was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them.
Eventually, Davis and Mayweather parted ways in 2022, and their relationship quickly turned sour. Insults flew from both camps, and it seemed there was no going back. Davis later revealed on the Gill podcast that Mayweather had once placed him in a fight just to see him lose. This marked a painful chapter in their professional history, one that hadn't been openly discussed by either party until now. Interestingly, it wasn't Davis or Mayweather who reopened this wound, but two of Tank's own trainers who brought new light to the fractured mentorship.
Talking about, I'm putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, after I guess again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
If he's like a son of Floyd, why would you put him out? How could you put him out?
It's a different type of beast. That dad coaching stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's emotions in it. You know, that situation, boy, is heavy, you know?
Biggest fight of his career coming up, and you put him out there.